Selena!
Selena!
Hi everybody, my name is Daryl, and today we'll be going through some PR that Rare Beauty sent me. It was around Christmas time, and I was having like feelings of what do I want to do? Should I even go back into wearing makeup? Should I go back to posting about makeup? Like, do I really want to do that? Because, you know, I kind of did that in high school and throughout college, but as my college career like came to an end, it got a lot more stressful, and I found myself with less and less time to sit down and do my makeup when I woke up before going to class. So I just kind of let it fizzle out. But recently, you know, with me graduating and with the pandemic that we're all in, I was wondering if I should go back to posting and talking about makeup, because it has been something that I've been really interested in since I was in high school. I had recently watched 2 videos on Rare Beauty, the first one by Samantha Ravindall and the second one by Jackie Aina. Those are honestly like the only 2 beauty YouTubers that I watch. I was having reoccurring thoughts about how to go about acquiring PR. What if someone like sent me PR randomly? And I guess you could say I manifested this DM that I just got asking if I wanted to receive some product to try out, and I went along with it. So I sent Rare Beauty my mailing address, and they sent me a little pouch full of products. So first we have the Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation, which retails for $29, and you get 1 full fluid ounce, and I'm in the shade 400W. Next up is the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer, which retails for $19, and you get about 0.25 fluid ounces, and I also got that in the shade 400W. It's a little lighter than the foundation, but usually concealers do that because they're meant to brighten, and that's what I'll be using that one for. So next up is the Lip Souffle Matte Cream Lipstick in the shade Fearless, which retails for $20, and you get 0.13 fluid ounces, which is 3.9 milliliters. I'm not really somebody who wears a lot of lip colors. I more so lean towards glosses and balms, just because I find myself wanting to emphasize my natural features, but just hydrated and moisturized and kind of evened out. Up next is the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer in the shade Mesmerize, which is really cute. She's like rose goldy, like pink. I don't really wear liquid highlighters that look metallic because I find that they usually, on application, will stick to patches of my skin, and it kind of takes a little bit more effort to blend them out. So that's why I'm not really usually a fan of highlighters like this, but I am excited to try it out because I've seen that the finish comes out really nice. The next thing we have is the Soft Pinch Liquid Blush in the shade Love, which retails for $20, and just like the concealer, you get 0.25 fluid ounces. And I actually wanna, yeah, they're like the same size. I really like the packaging. The packaging is really nice. I like that it's frosted, it feels heavy, and it looks really clean, and it looks really minimal. Like, I would have these sitting out on my vanity, definitely. I like products that I can look at and like have out, because I feel like when I have things out, I'm way more apt to use them. So that's why I like to have a lot of things out on my desk. Even though it might look like a mess to other people, to me, everything has a place and everything is in its place, and that's when everything looks its best, in my opinion. So next up is the Blot and Glow Touch-Up Kit, which retails for $26, and inside you get a powder puff that comes with 5 grams of powder inside of the puff, and you get 100 blotting sheets. If you wanted to buy these separately, the powder puff retails for $15 and the blotting sheets retail for $5. I really like that it's in a case. It came with a mirror. It's really nice. I like the smooth matte blush packaging. It feels really nice. And it just feels like, these all look like products that I would have out on my desk, and that's why I like them a lot. because they all look very nice. They look very sculptural, and they just match the pink and white of everything that's going on here. And to round it up, they sent me their latest 2 eyeshadow palettes. We have the Magnetic Spirit palette and the Confident Energy palette, which each retail for $25. Now, I am a big fan of the colors in these palettes, but honestly, using eyeshadow has kind of intimidated me since it's kind of fallen off my radar, and I'll probably use these 2 palettes in my next videos. And finally, they sent me a pouch. So I'm just gonna put everything back in the pouch, and we'll retrieve them as we do our makeup. Now with my glasses off, I'm gonna zoom you guys in, and we will start our face. Nope. Yes. So my first step in makeup application is using all of my serums and my moisturizers so that way I have a nice even base. I like to start out my makeup using my ordinary caffeine solution under my eyes. And I don't use a lot, I just do like 2 little swipes in the hollows. And I found that this kind of helps plump everything up under here. So next I'm gonna go in with my Drunk Elephant C Firma Day Serum. It's a vitamin C serum that I found really helps boost glowiness. And I mix that with the B Hydra Intensive Hydration Serum, also from Drunk Elephant. And I just mix those 2 in the palm of my hand. And then I put that all over my face. You see, is it? No, you didn't. What are you talking about? I wasn't picking at my face before this video. I'm gonna go in with my Chanel lip balm. I have this thick one just because I hate digging my fingers into pots. I'm gonna go in with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Now we're gonna start applying the makeup. What I'm gonna do first, after all of that moisturizer, is spray with some setting spray. This is the Anastasia Dewy set. In my opinion, what I'm gonna do first is apply foundation. I've seen before that this foundation is liquidy and it has a shaker in it to make sure that the pigment mixes. So I'm just gonna shake it. Now I shade matched myself to 400W, which might be a little warm. Let's see. Which it does appear to be a bit red. I will say, I used my Lancome Tinty Dole and my Dior Backstage Face and Body to match myself to this, and I am 450 Suede Neutral in the Lancome and 4.5W in the Dior Face and Body, and my usual foundation mix is a mix of these 2 because I find that it gives me the right amount of warmth with the perfect amount of neutral and coverage, but because the concealer is a little lighter and a bit more golden, I'm hoping that I can make it work. This is a Doe Foot Applicator concealer, which I like because I'm the only one that really uses my makeup, but if you're a professional or if you like are breaking out or something, you can definitely just apply it, like squeeze some of it out onto the back of your hand or onto a palette. I'm gonna blend this out with a fresh beauty blender that I picked up just for Miss Gomez. Oh, this poster was also in they sent me a poster. We had some issues with some ghosts. Oh my god. The ghosts. I gotta fix it. She can't be lopsided. That's like so disrespectful. Right in front of your makeup, I'm so sorry. We're just gonna blend this out. And I'm not really somebody that sets my foundation. I don't set my foundation with powder. I set my foundation with a setting spray just because I like that more kind of like skin-like, lived-in look. I'm looking at myself in the monitor and in my mirror. I can tell that this shade is definitely a little warmer than I would go. But that doesn't mean that the concealer can't help pick it up. It'll help balance my face out. And I've always found that usually once the foundation kind of settles in a bit more, that the color usually sets in nicely. As you can see, my face is a little redder than the rest of my body. It's a lot redder than my hand. And now we're gonna go in with concealer. So I have the concealer in shade 400W as well, but I'm gonna swatch the concealer because I'm sure that it's lighter than the foundation. The concealer is more of what my shade usually is. And I am loyal to NARS Creamy Radiant. I'm caramel in the Creamy Radiant. That's Creamy Radiant right there, and this is the Rare Beauty concealer right here. They look pretty similar. I will say the NARS is a bit drier and maybe a touch paler, but I'm really looking forward to the yellowness of this concealer. And I'm gonna see if she helps pick us up. And I really like the applicator. It's kind of like a Doe Foot, but it's also like a wedge. So it's probably really good for getting right here. Yeah. So I put concealer here. I put a little bit going down like that, and then at the edge of my eye, I do that. And I just find that that really helps pick the face up. Once I realized that you just need a little bit in the area strategically placed, it's like the evil was defeated. Like, it changed my life. Like, I kind of blink a little bit, like I squint, just to help pick up the underside of my eye so I know that I'm not blending and just depositing product into the creases under my eye. So it just helps with a little bit more of an even application. And then with my eye still squinted, I like to take my setting powder. Today we're going to be using our Becca setting powder. I think this is a deluxe sample. It's in Translucent Honey. I think this is an e.l.f. highlighting brush, but I really like the shape of it. It's really good for getting under your eyes. And I just, with the brush ever so lightly, and our eye is set. I'm gonna do my other eye, and I think that looks pretty good. There's not a lot of dimension in my face right now because I don't usually use a lot of face products, so I don't really use a lot of bronzer and stuff, but I think this looks really good right now. It looks really good in the viewfinder, it looks really good in my mirror, and I hope it looks good to y'all, but I can't really, I'll see it in post. And now I like to take my e.l.f., I think this is a 103 brush, and I just dust away excess. And there we go. I think my face looks good. So now I'm gonna bring you in to show you how I do my eyebrows. My right eyebrow starts a little bit further back because I kind of scratched myself when I was a kid. And my left eyebrow has 2 cuts going through it because I'm very clumsy. The first product that I like to use on my eyebrows is Anastasia Brow Wiz. And I like Brow Wiz because it's a hard waxy pencil. And I really like it because it doesn't deposit too much color, and I still find that it blends out really nicely. So I like to use the shade Ebony because my hair is black, but Ebony is like it's not like granite where it's like black, it's more of a extremely dark brown. And then the second product that I'll use in my eyebrows is the Glossier Boy Brow. I have been a boy brow believer since I was 17, 5 years ago. So she's given what she's supposed to give, and I have no beef. I'm actually very grateful for her presence in my life. So the first thing I like to do is I go through my eyebrows with a spoolie. Take my Brow Wiz, which is broken, and then I very lightly just make very light strokes throughout the entirety of my eyebrow. I do the same thing on the other side. I usually like to emphasize the fact that I have battle scars in my eyebrow. I think it looks pretty cool. Am I out of focus again? Oh my god. Anyways, so that's the eyebrows after step 1 and 2. Step 3 is to go back in with your spoolie and brush through your eyebrows just to blend and distribute that product a little bit more evenly. If you need to brush them out a little more, you do that here too. And to finish out my eyebrows, for hold and extra fill, I like to go in with Boy Brow. I use Boy Brow in the shade Black, and it's like really, it's black. Even though I use the Ebony Brow Wiz, the Black Boy Brow adds a bit of variation in shade, and it adds a bit of darkness. And because it's like a mustache wax formula, it adds a lot of definition to the brows. So it's kind of like the Brow Wiz created an underlying shadow, and the Boy Brow is the mascara that kind of defines the individual hairs, and it looks really nice when you layer these two. I don't usually conceal around my eyebrows. I don't usually do anything else to them besides just a Boy Brow and Brow Wiz. So sometimes it's good to go in with a spoolie after as well and just really finalize how you want your brows to be set. And there they are. Those are my eyebrows. Okay, so now it's time for blush. They sent me the shade Love, which I'm presuming is one of the matte shades. Ooh. And it's a really pretty red, kind of terracotta-y, a bit of berry-y. It's really cute. It looks really orange on camera, but it's not as orange in person. So I'm gonna apply it parallel to the top of the start of my ear, except just on my cheekbone, so right here. And I'm gonna do one dot, kind of a heavy dot, and then I'll do another smaller dot. The size difference is insane. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm just gonna, and it looks really vibrant at first, but it looks like it blends out super nice. And I like to blend it up onto my temple, a little bit back into my hairline, on my cheek. I think that looks really nice. For something so opaque and so creamy, it blended out super sheer and super nice. And now we're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Yeah, I think that's enough. Oh, that's so much more. Oh no. Oh God. Oh God, oh man. Oh man. Oh God. Oh. 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 You know what? We'll just take pictures from this side. I look good. I look good like this. This eyebrow has the most continuity. There's no issues with it, right? It's not. Up next is highlighter, and for the highlighter, like I said, I'll be using the Mesmerize Liquid Luminizer. And I'm not really a fan of these kind of chromy metallic looking highlighters, just because of the fact that I find them a little bit hard to blend when you have concealer that's set with powder, because something about the chrominess of the pigment and like the metals in it, it just wants to cling to dry spots or cling to powdery patches, and then it kind of leaves like a footprint around where you blended it out. So I'm just gonna do 2 dots. Things like this I like to apply and then immediately blend out. That way they don't have a chance to set. As you can see, I blended that out into kind of nothing, but it leaves behind a really nice reflect, and I think that's from the pigments in the highlighter. I think that looks really nice. See, you probably can't see it on camera, but I can see it in my mirror. There are like 2 little footprints from where I pressed the applicator to my face. So let's also lean into the crazy that is this side of my face. And now that I've finished all of my face, I like to add a final layer of setting spray before I do my mascara and my lips, just because I find that mascara will usually flake or it'll smudge a little bit if you do it after setting spray. So that's why I wait for my mascara usually to be like the last step in my makeup. Make sure nothing's settling. Which I haven't really found anything to be settling. I think my under eye looks really nice. It looks really smooth. Like just with that little bit of concealer and that little bit of powder, there's no real settling. There's nothing in any lines. So I think my face looks really good right now. And I think I'm gonna go on to eyes before lips just because I want to try out 2 different lips. So I am a believer in using more than 1 mascara. I usually use 2 and very seldom times do I use 3 mascaras. But for today's look, I'll be using the Glossier Lash Slick Mascara and I'll be using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. Fan of the Roller Lash Mascara since I was also in high school. It's shaped kind of like a hair roller, so it has a fine-tooth comb and it's curved with bigger spikes. So as you comb through and curl and you twist, it lengthens, defines, and curls your lashes. This is really like my favorite mascara. Like, look at that. Can you see that? And I do my other eye. And then I do lower lash mascara. And as that dries, I'm gonna go in with my Lash Slick, which is also defining and lengthening mascara, but it doesn't curl as much, but it has fine combs, just like the Roller Lash. And I find that it just helps to add an extra layer of definition. And like, it really makes your eyelashes like pop. And I'm just gonna touch the ends to kind of get rid of any little mascara spider legs that have accumulated at the tips of my lashes. And then I'll just go in on the lower lashes with this mascara as well. And now that I kind of have everything on, like I have foundation on, I have concealer on, powder, couple of layers of setting spray, I did blush, did eyebrows, did my lashes, did everything. Like the 400W, it works. Like it's not crazily warm. Well, it is warmer, but it's not like crazy. It just looks like I got a tan on only my face. So now I'm gonna take you guys in to do the lips. So like I said before, lip products are a little foreign to me. I don't really use them all that well because I don't really like having my lip shape defined. I'm not really a fan of it. And I find myself using glosses and balms most of the time. But because they sent me Fearless and I have MAC lip liner in Spice, I'm just gonna line my lips with Spice and then try this on and see how it looks. I just don't think I look good with lined lips. And we're gonna fill in our lips a little bit. That's really pretty. I might use this lip liner more often. I actually like the color of it, like by itself. So now we're gonna go in with Fearless Matte Souffle Lip Souffle Matte Cream. Got it backwards. Huh. It feels whipped, but it also feels very, doesn't feel moisturizing, but it feels weightless in the same way that the foundation feels weightless. I know that I have on makeup, but it doesn't feel like I have things layered and set and like waiting to be washed off my face. Let's try a second coat. This looks really nice. And I don't really like lip things, but I can get down with this. You know what? Just to finish everything up, I think I'm gonna use the powder puff to touch up some shine. So they say to make sure that you tap the puff on the back of your hand 3 to 5 times so that way you can get the powder dispensing. So it's already doing that for me. And it's like an oil absorbing but light depositing. So wherever you powder yourself, it kind of disperses some light reflecting particles, so that way it takes away the shine, but it leaves a glow behind. Bars. Okay, everybody, this is the final look. All in all, I'm a huge fan of Rare Beauty and I can't wait to try more of their products. Apologies for the voiceover, but my audio cut out and I didn't realize that I had stopped recording separately. But right now I'm just taking off my soft matte lip cream because I wanted to try a different lip, and I decided to go ahead and reline my lips with our MAC lip pencil in Spice and apply my Dior lip glow oil in the shade Rosewood. You know, I actually think I'm a fan of this combination a little more than the matte lip cream. Just because I'm a little bit more used to my lips being glossier and a little bit less defined in relation to like the outside of my mouth on my face. So I think I'm gonna have to say glossy. I'm sorry. I like this. Leave your comments down below. Do you like Fearless better or do you like this combination better? Because I'm liking this combination better. And I am in focus, so I know I like this combination better. But that does it for this Rare Beauty review video. I'd have to say my two favorite products of the lot have got to be the Soft Pinch Blush in the shade Love and the Brightening Concealer in the shade 400W. I feel like this concealer is the reason why the rest of my makeup is so workable and the reason why it looks like my skin. This concealer really helped correct some of the redness and the warmth that came through from the foundation. And I feel like this blush really helped tie my whole face together, even though it looks a little crazy on my left side. On my right, it looks great. And I'm not doing anything besides probably taking this off and just going to sleep or having dinner next. Thank you so much for watching my first video. Subscribe for more and subscribe to find out what videos I'll make next. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please stay tuned for more as I figure out my way through the Magnetic Spirit palette and the Confident Energy palette, both from Rare Beauty. Thanks so much.